Oh, let's watch this chat. Let's just.
Would you guys believe me if I told you Queso was so broke his credit card got denied at a dollar store?
A couple days before I started streaming, my card got declined at the dollar store. Oh, and everything I love, I went to the dollar store, the Family Dollar. I bought 2 bowls of noodles and a can of Pringles. Tried to swipe the card, it got declined. I just ran out the store on them, bro.
Oh my
I didn't steal it, but I just ran up at it because I was embarrassed, you know.
When most people see Queso, they think of a rich, funny, overweight streamer.
Bro's built like a 1x1 Lego piece. What even is a 1x1 Lego piece? Hurry up and save the food.
Yo. Bro. Yo. Why are CaseOh's viewers so creative? I'm not even joking, chat. Like, CaseOh's viewers are most creative people like on earth, bro. Who came up with you look like a 1x1 Lego piece? Okay,
Where's the kitchen? Where's the kitchen? Where's the kitchen? Yo, grab me a snack out of there!
But little do y'all know, Queso wasn't always like this.
Because they have brain. I guess they
wasn't
do,
so
bro.
easy for him.
That's
the background
crazy.
he came from, statistically, he wasn't even supposed to make it. But even when life had him,
Was that Queso?
so easy for him. With the background he came from, statistically, he wasn't even supposed to make.
Yo, that's not Queso. No way, no way.
Make it. But even when life had him down, he kept
Lord.
on pushing. In this video, I'm gonna be explaining to you guys how Queso went from broke to rich. Now let's go way back to the beginning. Chances of Queso being rich and famous was super low. Yeah, it was difficult. Queso, also known as Case Dylan Baker, was born in Dallas
Case Dylan
County,
Baker.
Arkansas on May 9th,
Okay,
1998. He was fortunate enough to be raised with both of his parents in the house, in a Christian household with 2 brothers. But money was super tight and they were from a lower income family. If you're familiar living in a lower income or poor household, you know that stuff ain't easy. The Dollar Tree and discounts are your best friend, and you'd be lucky to get new clothes every other.
Chat, that's me right now. I'm actually like discounts are my best friends. Chat. I'm just buying everything on discounts, you know, viewing every time like my Steam games on discount because I'm broke as shit, chat. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? Broke as shit. I'm going to sleep, so see ya. And beat Marcus. Okay. I will. Don't worry. I got you. Bye. Good night.
Year. And seeing your parents struggle just to make ends meet is
Good
the
night.
worst.
My dad, for example, like, dude, this whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life. It can break you down, bro. It really can.
In Queso's early childhood and teenage years, he had many hobbies such as basketball,
I could dunk on a 10-foot regulation. Dude, I was a hooper, I'm telling you, bro.
playing the drums for his church.
I played drums for the church.
Wait, he
my
played
whole
drums?
teenage years.
Video
I play
games,
drums.
and his dad was even his
I
baseball
play drums,
coach.
chat.
My dad was actually my coach in baseball.
He got his name Queso because at school
This
they
kind
would
of
call him
stuff.
Queso
Yo, this kind of stuff, bro. I'm not even joking. Yo, when you see pants for 10 euros, you just buy them, bro. Like,
because he was fat.
I was being called Queso
who just said, I think you're Queso? Alrighty.
growing up. That's why I'm named Queso.
And if you guys didn't know,
I was being called Queso growing up. That's why I'm named Queso.
And if you guys didn't know, Queso is a Mexican food. I'm surprised he kept the name because that's low-key disrespectful. Out of Queso's many interests, he really wanted to be a YouTuber and streamer when he got older. When he was 14, a creator named Nadeshot inspired him to make videos. So he created his YouTube channel on October 3rd, 2011.
I discovered my first Nadeshot Black Ops 2 video, and I think I was 14. I think the name of the video was like the funniest search and destroy of all time or something. I immediately like, yo, this dude is so cool. And I seen him like streaming Call of Duty, playing it professionally and making it. And I was like, I literally want to be like Nadeshot when I grow up.
In 2015 was when he actually decided to start streaming. So he bought some gear and said, let's go.
The Elgato that I'm using and the face cam that I'm using, I bought back in 2015 because I wanted to start streaming back then.
But unfortunately, he didn't have much luck and he just called it quits.
I made like a couple YouTube videos and they didn't do nothing.
It was also likely to
Chad, I actually did that last year. I made a couple YouTube videos and I quit, bro, for a year. You know, if you know, you know. Pillow knows it probably.
fact that because Call of Duty was so big at the time, everybody was trying to make content, so you had to be different. So it was very hard for Queso to differentiate himself. In business, if you want to be successful, you have to be the first to a market, or you have to differentiate yourself or improve a currently existing market. Not only that, but back then, being seen as a streamer was uncool. This was in 2015, and I was around during that time period.
I might be big one day, you know. I hope so. I hope so. That's my dream, bro. That's actually my dream. I really do, like, I really want to be big, chat. Please sub. Please follow. Nah, I'm just playing, chat. Like, it's on you. But I'm not playing about my dream, though. You know, that shit is serious. Okay?
CaseOh's not too older than me. When I was in...
Big in two ways. Let's just watch the video.
High school, people thought you were a nerd if you watched streamers or played video games. So this might have demotivated CaseOh from
Is that a guy from
content.
Stranger Things?
But the real reason CaseOh gave up streaming in 2015 was because he wasn't well equipped. His internet was completely trash.
The reason I never streamed till I did is because I literally did not have the internet speed. I had not even 1 upload speed. I had 10 download, 1 upload.
And I don't blame him. That's barely enough to watch YouTube videos.
You lower than the video? Oh, my bad.
On your phone. The stream would literally look like a bunch of pixels on the screen. As life went on and CaseOh grew up, he graduated high school in 2016.
I was mogging, dude. I was literally him back in the day, bro. What happened? You actually look fit in the picture.
Guys, my growing strategy is to dye my hair ginger, chat. Yo, should I just dye my hair ginger and then I will be like CaseOh type shit? And I'll be famous? Maybe, chat? Maybe. If you continue, you will be famous. Yo, I appreciate the support, bro. I appreciate the support. Okay, let's continue.
CaseOh never saw himself going to college, and he hated the idea of it. So he decided to start working odd jobs with his dad. He would do maintenance work, mowing the lawn, and some other tasks.
I worked with my dad. We were both maintenance men at a elderly housing place.
Bro, CaseOh is so wholesome.
You know, you're
like,
crawling under
crazy,
sinks,
bro.
you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know,
CaseOh
all that.
is so
just
wholesome.
nasty.
He even worked at a rice mill for 3 years, and he was depressed.
What was your least favorite job ever?
Rice mill. It literally had me morbidly depressed. It was
Rice
to the point
what?
where I would clock out of work on Friday, be off on a weekend, and literally still be as depressed as if I had to go to work tomorrow. It was to the point I couldn't even enjoy my weekends anymore.
And that's not even the worst thing you're gonna hear. CaseOh also worked at a water department, and it's not as fancy as it sounds.
I worked at a water department, and it's not just water. Somebody's sewer tank, you'd have to break the lid off the sewer tank and literally reach your arm down.
We're talking like dookies?
Dookie. Straight dookie action. We would literally be at work diving in like sewer tanks, bro. People just took a dump and it's right there floating. I was legitimately afraid to get like hepatitis. It's like, oh, we gotta climb down in this sewer all today. I was like, bro, I don't want to go down there. I'm gonna die.
That is just insane.
Oh
I don't
my
even know how CaseOh
gosh.
could mentally stand that. Even with all that hard work, he still wouldn't have much money in his pockets.
Bro, imagine like he went through all of that, you know, because like he actually like couldn't find a job. Like, I mean, that was his job. Like, that was his way to make money. Bro, like, thank God this guy, you know, started to be famous. Like, what a dude. Imagine if he was working at the same place, like, still. No, actually, like, thank God that he became famous. Like, actually, that is crazy. You joined? Thank you so much, Mohammed.
CaseOh was dead broke.
And then I'd get off work from doing that, load the trailer up on my truck and go cut grass till 9 at night, get home at dark every day. Because I had, you know, my grass cutting on the side. You know, I'd go out, it'd be 100 degrees outside, just go cut grass for 4 hours after work, come home. And I'd still be broke somehow, don't get it.
And I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to that too. Working so hard but not getting the rewards you think you deserve. As time went on, CaseOh finally reached the age of 24. He was starting to feel like his life was getting hopeless. He was depressed, working the same dead-end job and not moving anywhere in life. Because of CaseOh's stagnation, he thought it would just be best to go to the military. At least with that, it filled the void in his heart with having no purpose.
I dropped like 50 pounds in 2 months. I was going to get in the best shape of my life, and I was going to go to a boot camp, and I was going to go to the military for 20 years and just be done. I would have rather done that than just work normal. Because at least I could feel like I am doing something. I was like, I already had it planned out in my head. Like, you seen them soldiers coming home.
It's not the worst
like,
plan,
I was already planning, like, oh, I'm going to be coming back doing that kind of stuff. Because I was giving up on the thought of being a streamer, because I was like, oh, I'm 24, it's getting a little late.
Before he went through with the plan, his mom took a notice of his unhappiness with life and told him, why don't you start streaming?
Chat, you know what? Like, I'm streaming right now at 18, and I think like it's too late for me to stream. I don't know why. You know, I should like focus on school and stuff, but I'm just streaming. I don't know. I just I just want to pursue my dream, chat.
The reason that I gave it another
just wanna
shot
pursue my
again
dream.
in general was because of my mom. Because I was miserable at work. You know, she'd hear me complain like, oh, I hate my job. I want to go do something else. She said, why don't you give streaming another try? Just upload some clips. You're funny. See what happens.
Little did CaseOh's mom know, it would be the spark to a streaming career. That goes to show you that even though you're living in tough situations, having supportive parents or a supportive family can be a great motivator.
Growing up, like I'd be playing
cool.
Call of Duty. She'd come and lay in my bed with me when I was a kid, watch me play Call of Duty for an hour before she went to sleep. You know, she always watched me, like playing baseball at every game. And my dad, you know, he was supportive too, but my dad's like the quiet type. Thankfully, neither of them ever bashed it, but my mom really like pushed it, you know. She was like, you can actually...
It's not late, at least I'm trying. I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, I'm just trying to do my best. I'm just trying to grow everywhere, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is like a side hobby, but I'm taking it seriously. I actually stream every day, you know. That's the thing. I really take this seriously.
Do it if you put your mind to it.
So CaseOh took the risk to start streaming. For the next few days, he would devise content ideas and ways to promote himself online as a streamer. A few days before he started his official stream, there was another trigger that caused him to really want to go hard on streaming. In 2022, CaseOh went to a dollar store to purchase something and his card got declined. And I know dang well that situation was...
Yo, chat, this is such a famous story that CaseOh went into a dollar store and his card got declined. Like,
must have been embarrassing.
A couple days before I started streaming, my card got declined at the dollar store. Oh, and everything I love, I went to the dollar store, the Family Dollar. I bought 2 bowls of noodles and a can of Pringles. Tried to swipe the card, it got declined. I just ran out the store on them, bro. Oh my I didn't steal it, but I just ran up at it because I was embarrassed, you know.
This fueled CaseOh even more to want to start streaming because he knew at this point it was to get rich or die trying. So CaseOh took the Elgato and streaming equipment he bought in 2015 that had been sitting for 7 years.
This Elgato that I'm using now and this face cam that I'm using now literally sat in the box until 2022, the very end.
With that, CaseOh locked in and started grinding. Before CaseOh started streaming, he uploaded a few clips on TikTok. He then uploaded his first YouTube video on September 13th, 2022.
The very first TikToks I made, I was pretending to be streaming, but I wasn't actually. I was just recording. Because
his very first TikToks got so many views, Chad. I don't know how he did it. Like, I actually
had no way to stream at
my
the time
TikToks getting no views. Like, actually, like
these
0.
clips were of him playing NBA 2K, specifically 2K 2023 when it first came out.
I uploaded 3 TikToks that night of me playing 2K23 when it first dropped because I knew it was hot. You know what I mean? Because it first dropped. 2K when it drops is always hot. 3 TikToks that first night. Woke up the next day with like 15,000 followers. I was like, bro, wait a minute, you know what I mean? From then on, I just put out like 6 TikToks a day, and then 2 days later started streaming.
And this was a genius idea for a comeback stream because when you
do you have a TikTok? Yeah, I have everything linked on my YouTube. I think I have everything linked on my YouTube.
Upload clips or videos about a new game, it's first come first serve. You get an initial surge of audience that are interested in that game.
I need to try that someday.
Play
the game that is only like just coming out.
If you're early to something, you reap the most rewards because you're launching a product or service that addresses a market need before more competitors come, allowing you to capture a larger market share and potentially make more money by establishing yourself as a leader in that space. Not only was CaseOh's clips early, he was also a funny guy, which kept people staying. The problem was after CaseOh blew up on TikTok, a lot of people told him to start streaming. Now you might be wondering, what's the problem in that? That shows CaseOh that he actually has potential and people want to watch him. Well, CaseOh's internet was completely trash.
2 days after I blew up on TikTok, everybody's like, oh, this dude's got a stream.
Internet was
I can't, my internet's not fast enough. I thought I screwed myself because my internet was not fast enough to stream. I was like, I just blew up on TikTok and now I can't stream and capitalize off of it.
So he got a small Verizon hotspot, not even a router, so he could start streaming.
But I got that little Verizon jetpack, little hotspot that got me 5 uploads, and I was able to stream in 720p.
He used that hotspot to stream for the next year. It's crazy to think how many people were in the same position as CaseOh, where they blew up on TikTok. But maybe in their case, they never had the funds or resources to upgrade their stuff, so it was a lost opportunity. That goes to show you to be grateful of what you have in life, because if there was one celebrity that made it out, there are thousands that tried and never made it. CaseOh's first live stream was on September 11th, 2022.
It was 2 days after I uploaded my first TikTok. Shout out to the people that dealt with that, man. The quality was terrible. I was streaming like the lowest 720p pos, and it was still crashing every day.
To his surprise, 70 people tuned into his first stream.
I had 70 viewers the first time I ever went live.
Which is unheard of for a new streamer. Most people barely even have 5.
How many viewers do I got now?
How
many viewers do we have now? 2. And he had 70. He had 70. Oh my lord. Nah.
You'd probably have
I'm
to
gonna-
stream consistently
someday,
for 2
someday,
years
chat.
straight. I'm
Someday.
talking about at least 3 streams a week. So that goes to show you CaseOh was onto something special.
And there were 70 people in there, and I remember the second stream, 200, 300, you know, it was wild.
What
Oh my
CaseOh did
Lord.
initially to blow up was a strategy called clip farming, where you essentially take a long form video, cut a bunch of short form clips you would post on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, then pray that one of them blows up so it can boost your regular content and your overall presence on social
my
media.
lordy
Streamers
lord.
like iShowSpeed did this to blow up. In 2021, Speed went from a small streamer to millions of followers and subscribers due to this strategy. So CaseOh copied that strategy, but he did it very vigorously. Most people would usually do 2 clips a day, but CaseOh would post up to 6 TikToks daily.
Dude, when I first blew up, I was pumping out 6 TikToks a day.
This
What
helped
the
speed up
hell?
the process of CaseOh blowing up and giving an illusion
6
of
TikToks a
consistency.
day.
CaseOh's clips were getting millions of
Alright
views,
now.
and I mean tens of millions sometimes. It was ridiculous, and you just had to be there. This made CaseOh lots of attention and some money. What helped CaseOh even more is that these clip postings became a snowball effect. Instead of him only posting the clips, as he grew as a streamer, his fans posted his own clips for him. It was basically free marketing. His fans would then take
Yo.
these clips and upload it onto multiple platforms, such as Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. They would go viral on those platforms, thus pushing more audience to CaseOh's Twitch stream.
It's about short form clips. That's how you get momentum. You can't just spark up on stream every day and get viewers. That's just not how it is. You got to go on different platforms, post your clips, and then eventually, you know, if you
Wait,
do
we
it
hearing
right,
the
you'll
strategy,
come.
Chad.
This
We're
was
hearing the
genius
strategy.
because Twitch ranks streamers by their view
Okay.
count. The higher the views you have, the higher on the streaming list you go. If you have 1 or 2 viewers, you're at the bottom of the list. So it'll be hard for new people to find you. So CaseOh having
1,
that
2
initial
viewers is
70
probably
viewer
the
boost really helped
worst
them
thing,
out with just solely
like,
Twitch discovery. Another thing that
the
helped
worst place
CaseOh
to
blow
be.
up was his over-the-top personality. Have you guys ever watched a streamer and you're just like, whoa, this guy is so boring. Just drop the fries in a bag, bro. What are you
What?
doing? CaseOh did the opposite and had an outlandish personality people haven't seen before, which made him very entertaining. This then helped drive his viewership up.
You put something on
Okay,
TikTok,
okay.
they hit, you
More
start
personality.
streaming, people will go
Chad,
to
do I
that,
show
and
enough
you put on the same
personality
energy,
type
and
shit?
eventually people are like, oh, this is cool. Because if you don't put
I
on the
need to,
same
like,
energy
kinda-
as you had in the
kinda work
clips, people are
it
going to be like, oh, I'm not going to watch.
Though.
Get off my screen! Dude, you're disgusting! Bro's the pepperoni paparazzi! Look how disgusting your fridge is! Look at your floor!
You guys see where I'm coming from now? CaseOh's crazy personality and over-the-top reactions helped him reach a wider audience. Not only was his Twitch being promoted, but it also
Oh my god, Chad, I just got an idea. Reviewing my viewers' fridges. Yo! I'm writing that down. Yo. Oh my lordy lord, Chad. I'm onto something.
drove traffic to CaseOh's other social media such as YouTube. CaseOh's most viewed YouTube video has over 11 million views.
I'm actually
YouTube's
onto
got this
something.
thing called CPM and RPM, which means cost per mil and revenue per mil.
You can't hear me? Oh shit.
CPM is how
My
much
bad,
money
broski.
advertisers are willing to pay for your content.
Yo, my
per
bad, chat.
1,000 views.
My bad,
YouTube
chat.
takes a 45% cut, which turns into RPM, which is how much the creator gets paid per 1,000 views. CaseOh makes primarily gaming content, which has an average CPM of $4.55. With YouTube's 45% cut, CaseOh's RPM would be $2.50. Now that I've given you all that info, I'll let you do the math as
Okay.
to how much CaseOh made off that one video. If you can't do it yourself, don't worry. I explain it later on in the video. So keep watching. As
I guess.
CaseOh's influence grew, he went full throttle and kept on grinding. He would stream as much as he could for 5 to 7 hours at around 9 p.m. He managed to build a super loyal fan base really quick because of how consistent he was. By the end of September 2022,
I had that much
he would
time,
average
Chad.
over
If I
1,000
had that
viewers
much
on his
time.
stream. He also hit over
My lordy
100,000
lord.
followers on TikTok, 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and
That's
30,000 followers on Twitch. The whole internet loved CaseOh. His community
That's
was
cool.
tight-knit, so much so that he even called them the community because of his frequent use of the word "cuh." Get it? Community? Huh? Okay, never mind. He would then take that name for his Discord
Get
server,
out.
in
Okay.
which he would interact
Yo.
with his community and they would suggest content to post. Everything was looking great for CaseOh. He was finally getting his shot at being a streamer and social media
Alright.
star. But unfortunately, life always has its hiccups. There were
What?
a few things
What
holding
happened?
CaseOh down. Even though he finally had a proper router, the internet was terrible. So he still needed an upgrade.
Oh, that
On top of
internet.
that, he was juggling streaming with work. If you've ever tried to balance a side hustle with working, that thing is so stressful. So you could only imagine the pain pain Queso was going through. On one end, his dreams were coming true
That's
at
true.
becoming a streamer. But on the opposite
That
end,
is
he's
true.
still working a full-time job.
That
It
is
didn't matter
true.
the money. You know, I just wanted to do what I loved for a living. I could be, you know, pinching pennies to make it, but as long as I get to stream every day instead of go to work, I was cool with that.
So Queso came up with a plan for himself. He told his audience if they could get him past 5,000 Twitch subscribers, he would quit his job straight up.
I told my stream, if y'all get me to 5,000 subscribers on Twitch, I'll call in and tell him I'm done.
This was a huge risk for Queso to take, but he knew this was his only chance at doing what he truly loved. And to Queso's surprise, the universe rewarded him. His community got him to 5,000
my
Twitch
lord.
subscribers. Because of this amazing milestone, Queso was now comfortable enough to quit his job. And on November 9th, 2022, Queso got invited to the Twitch Partner Program. After reaching the milestone, he had to tell his boss now.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to call my boss.
Even though Queso knew everything was coming together for him, it was still kind of awkward telling his boss the reason why he was quitting. Like, how do you tell somebody, especially in a small town that doesn't know this could be a job, that you're quitting a stable income to play video games?
That's
That's
crazy.
absurd, right? And on top of that, Queso worked with his dad, so it added another layer to the awkwardness.
And then the next day, because I worked with my dad, and I was scared. A lot of people don't understand. And I didn't expect my boss to. I told my dad, I said, Dad, because he knew what was going on. He was like, yo, you can actually do this. I said, Dad, can you call them and tell them what's going on? And I remember we was sitting there at work, and he called the... You know, he told me about the TikTok blowing up and how much, you know, the money that I was getting from streaming. And the boss, he was actually cool. And I remember the front office of the place that he called, they were all looking at my TikTok laughing and stuff. I was like, okay, they're cool. You know what I mean? Quitting a job is just, ooh, it's weird. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living. It'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man.
With that, Queso quit his job and became a full-time streamer. He was now living the dream. Shortly after, Queso got his own place so he could stream at any time and anywhere. But good things don't always last forever. With more money comes more problems. There was a new obstacle for Queso, sustaining his newfound popularity online. Queso was doing well streaming, but he was undergoing another issue. Queso was stuck making NBA 2K content. And he knew if he kept on playing the same game, his viewership would slowly decrease and he would become irrelevant. So Queso was on a journey to find variety. The ability to play any game he wanted and do whatever he wanted.
2K's good. It'll be popping for a couple months and then it'll die down. You know, I seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then I seen it dip to like, you know, 100, 150. I was like,
Chad, I need to do something like that. I need to find a game that is like...
February 2023 when he was facing this dilemma. But luckily for Queso, there was a new game that came out during that time called Hogwarts Legacy. The game was based off of the Harry Potter books and movies. So we took a chance and started streaming it.
And I also seen Hogwarts Legacy on the horizon. I was like, if I can have another
it was free now.
Of me playing Hogwarts Legacy,
a little while
I can get out of 2K and be known for another game, and then from that point go to variety.
To Queso's surprise, it worked, and his Hogwarts Legacy clips on TikTok got over 18 million combined views. This then brought more viewers to Queso's stream and boosted his presence on social media.
Hey, we got some new drip. Hold on, we can make this work. Wait a minute, let me cook! There is no possible way you can ever say L drip again. Bro's on his way to sign the Declaration of Independence. Yo, ban him.
On February 1st, 2023, Queso got 500,000 TikTok followers because of the clips. People weren't just watching Queso for the games he played now. They were watching him for him.
I went from having 150 viewers on 2K, and then I switched it up. I had a viral TikTok on Hogwarts. Then I started playing Hogwarts, and then the next stream I was like, yo, I got 600 viewers in here right now. And I did it again and did it again. I was like, yo, they're actually messing with this more. Shout out Hogwarts, man.
At this point, I assumed Queso got better internet because the stream quality seemed to go up, but this was only the beginning of Queso's rise. There was another
this is
strategy
like
that
insane
made it grow
numbers
even
for me.
quicker, and it's called simulcasting. This strategy
Like-
allows you to
like
not
no
only
way
stream
numbers,
on
you know
Twitch,
what I'm
but
saying?
other social media platforms like TikTok,
hell
Instagram,
you-
YouTube, Twitter, and anything else you can think of that has a streaming platform, all at the same time. This helped Queso's reach and viewership skyrocket. The viewers from the other platforms would eventually go to Twitch to watch Queso. Queso even got banned on TikTok because of this.
One day when I was streaming on TikTok, I got banned 12 times in one night.
He eventually got his account back, but the strategy was working for him. He would usually stream games like Baldi Basics, Roblox, Five Nights at Freddy's, Fall Guys, Uno, Only Up, and Amnesia. On June 16th, 2023, Queso's consistency and variety brought him to over 1 million followers on TikTok, over 178,000 followers on Twitch, and 55,000 subscribers on YouTube. As Queso grew, he became a more prominent and controversial figure. More specifically, he was controversial because of his weight. His fans fans would constantly make fun of him and call him fat.
What do you mean, Case visiting the pyramids, bro? What you mean? Who just called me I show calories?
Fortunately,
Okay,
CaseOh doesn't really get bothered by it. He knows his
Alrighty.
fans are just trolling. So it's all love at the
Bro.
end of the day. If somebody's going
CaseOh's
too far
fans
with the
love
jokes,
him,
his
like,
fans are
the-
quick to
the-
defend
it's
him.
like-
Because again, I know when they crack jokes, it's all jokes.
We love
It's almost
Queso, you know
like
what I'm
I
saying?
can pick on my brother, but nobody else can type
Yes.
vibes. You know what I mean? No, I literally wouldn't trade him for the world.
Overall, switching to variety content and being a genuinely humble and cool guy made people love CaseOh. CaseOh's community is his #1 priority, and he always involves them with everything that he's
Chat,
doing.
CaseOh is like
Suggesting
top
games
10
to play,
genuine
or even
streamers.
playing with his viewers in games
Even
like
top 5
Agario.
genuine
This
streamers,
synergy
chat.
between him
Like,
and his
actually.
audience caused him to become so
Actually.
loved. And CaseOh has one of the most loyal audiences ever. That's key to having an ever-growing fan base. Fast forward to 2024, CaseOh now has over 6 million followers on YouTube, over 8 million on TikTok, 6 million on Twitch, with an average of 50 to 80,000 viewers concurrently on stream, 500K
Alright.
on Twitter, and over 600K on Instagram. All of this wasn't possible without CaseOh's parents' support, in particular his mother, because she was the one that enticed him to start streaming. She's currently his full-time manager and moderator for his Discord server.
To this day, she manages everything
Moderator
for me, you
to
know,
his
just
Discord
wanting to be
server?
involved.
Even with all the
What?
success, CaseOh wasn't shy to talk about the downsides of being
She's
this
a Discord
famous.
mod?
He has stalkers following his every move.
I'll be on my back porch, butt naked in the road. You know, I got people like on the road, hiding behind a corner, behind a tree, like head glitching a tree with a camera, taking a picture on my back porch. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
And I know most people don't mean no harm, you know
No,
what I mean?
they don't.
But it can be a little scary.
And
That's
being at the
crazy.
top gives him a lot of anxiety.
Who is this guy, bro?
He doesn't wanna
Why
get
do
too
they keep
comfortable.
showing
In
him?
my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it,
You don't want to get like lazy.
it's gonna go downhill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's completely natural to feel that type of way, but you can't
Okay,
let
this-
things
this
like
guy
that
is from
hold you
Stranger
down.
Things, I'm
Just
not
make
even
smart
joking.
choices, strategize, and keep going. But for the most part, things are going great for CaseOh. He's collabing with the biggest influencers and streamers like Jinxie, Kai Cenat, and
Yeah.
XQC. CaseOh even won multiple
CaseOh is so
awards.
good,
On
bro.
February 18th,
Shout out to
2024, he got a
CaseOh,
Streamy
chat.
Award for Best Variety Streamer. And this was his reaction.
Goes to Queso.
Yo, what? Bro, GG's.
And CaseOh definitely deserved this. He's been
Am I in
consistent for the
Kazakhstan?
past
No.
2 years and managed to retain his
Why?
audience while playing different games. CaseOh's one of the most successful streamers in the industry right now, all at the young age of 26, and he's making millions. That brings me on to my next segment. How much does CaseOh really make? In this section, we'll be calculating CaseOh's income sources and his final estimated net worth. Let's start off with where I left you guys off earlier in this video. CaseOh's most viewed YouTube video and his ad revenue. CaseOh's
so that's
most viewed
CaseOh
YouTube video has
finances.
11 million views. The average CPM for a gaming channel like
Okay, chat,
CaseOh-
we're not gonna watch finances, okay? Yo, that was a good video, though. That was a good video. That was a great ass video.